My first time buying a train ticket. My first time. It's crazy. All right, Center City train. This is me, my big boy, doing big boy things. This elevator smells like people have been going into the bathroom all day. It's the nastiest elevator I've ever been in. No wonder why they tell you to wear masks. It's not to protect your health, it's because of this funk. All right, so it takes a little over 2 hours to get to Atlantic City from here. I'm on a train, bro. I'm on a train. See, this is not a California thing. You ever see those people walking down the road and they got suitcases and you're like, where the hell did they come from? Why do they have a suitcase? I'm that guy today. I'm that guy with the suitcase. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. All right, I'm officially starting to wear out here. It's about 12 o'clock. I've had about 2.5 hours of sleep from the red eye and from all the travel and layovers. I'm ready to go to bed. I'm like in an amusement park. My room won't be available until 4, or else I'd be sleeping right now. I know there's stuff going on tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything. I'm probably gonna go back to my room and crash. All right, it is Tuesday, day 2, technically day 1 of DJ Expo. Heading over right now. Got my handy dandy camera with the Mevo attached. We're gonna attempt to do some live streaming today. I don't know how it's gonna go. We'll figure it out, but I got my contraption ready to go. Pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed by it.
What up, YouTube? How we doing? You know what I like about him? He keeps the shit real. He don't just come out and say, your product sucks.
I don't think I say it like that.
And tell them how the turnout yesterday for the panel. How insane was that?
Standing room only. Thank you, DJs, for everything you do. 50 years of hip hop, 50 years of DJing. This is where it's at. I'm proud to be a part of it. So this is one of my favorite conferences, and it's not necessarily my favorite conference for the reasons that you would think. In all honesty, it's one of the most difficult venues to get to, being in Atlantic City, and I'm coming from LA. So it's really hard to get direct flights in Atlantic City, and I don't fly Spirit. So that means I typically have to fly into like Philadelphia and then take the train all the way into Atlantic City. The first time I actually had DJ Cobra from Tweak Music Tips, he picked me up from Philadelphia and then we drove in. So this was my first time doing it all by myself. And I'm going to be honest with you. I was a little scared, not because, somebody was going to beat me or, take my stuff, but more because I just wanted to make sure I was getting on the right train. And, I got to take the SEPTA into Philadelphia to go to the actual train depot and then take the Amtrak from there to Atlantic City. And then once you get there, do you take an Uber? Do you walk? There's a lot of little things and, you go too far, maybe you get off at the wrong exit and the whole thing's a drama. So that was an experience for me. Now I'm like a veteran. Now I could do this thing in my sleep. But it was an issue and it does take time. It's not like I can take a direct in. Every time I go to Atlantic City, it's like a 7-hour day. So before I get into what I love, a couple of things that I did find out. So Hard Rock is actually where the convention is. And they usually have discounted rates for people going to DJX. Well, I missed the cutoff. And when I tell you that the prices went from like 200 a night to like 500, I'm not kidding. The good news is right next door to the right and to the left, there are hotels there that are quality hotels. One was a Showboat. I think that's the one I was at. And then the other one is right next to it. Either way, I ended up paying less for that hotel than if I were to stay at Hard Rock. Now, the convenience of Hard Rock is you're right there. You just go down the elevator and you're at the convention. But honestly, it's like a 3-minute walk to get from my hotel to there. Anyway, back to my story. But before we get into the story, I do want to talk about the sponsor of today's video, and that is Hollywood DJ. If you guys followed me on my live stream, you know that Hollywood DJ sponsored my trip in order to get out there. I did a live stream. I've done a couple of videos. The Rev 5 was one of them. And we're creating a relationship that I think is going to be moving forward. Hollywood DJ is one of the premier companies. They've been around forever. They actually have a locale in California, and I've actually been to their actual physical store. They've been around forever. Yes, I know that some of these other companies have come up and kind of made names for themselves, but Hollywood DJ has been there going strong, and they are the sponsor of today's video. So make sure you guys take a look at Hollywood DJ. I know there's several choices out there, but I think that this is one of the good ones too. Now, let's talk a little bit about why I like the DJX. I'm going to be selfish right now. You guys all know that for the most part, any conference that I go to, every time I go, it has nothing to do with me seeing new product. For the most part, I've probably seen or already got wind of some new products that are coming out. So I already know this stuff. I go to meet you guys. I go to meet the fans, the people that actually follow me and support me. I go to kind of get a feel for them, just to kind of gauge what's going on and see how productive I'm being. You know, a lot of times, just like now, it's just me talking in front of a camera. I have no idea the impact or non-impact that I'm making on anything that I put out there. So being able to see people, you know, live and in front and have conversations, does a lot to kind of rejuvenate, reinvigorate me to do more stuff. It can be a really lonely world out there doing this kind of stuff. So the conferences definitely help out. Also, the conferences are there for me to network and create more relationships with some of the companies that maybe I don't have relationships with. It does help out. Now, again, I haven't gone to every conference, so I know that there's conferences I need to get to. But the first thing I noticed when I went to DJX, being in Atlantic City, being on the East Coast, there's a lot of people that look like me. And again, because this is a very lonely job, I don't know the impact that I make on, people of color. So when I get there and I see all of these people of color coming up to me, shaking my hand, hugging me, telling me how much I've impacted their lives, telling me how much that they look forward to me putting out new content. It's just nice to see people look at me and are proud because of the representation. And then couple that with the fact most of you people are mobile guys. So I get to see hands-on all the mobile guys and girls and what they're doing and talk to them. And it's really the only place. If you go to NAMM, they're mobile people, but mostly these are all professional DJs and big name DJs. And I'm sure if you go other places, you're going to run into the same thing. So I just really, really love it. I'm also glad to see that DJX puts on a pretty good show. They spend the money, they bring out some real good people. This year they had Scratch Bastard, DJ Craze was on last year, Melstar, all the greats. They're all out there performing and kicking ass and showing us just how good we can be. And I appreciate that. If you're going to spend the money, if you're going to have people coming out to see these things, give them their money's worth. And I feel like they're giving it to them. But along with that, the one thing that I think that I see here, and again, I haven't been to all of them, but one of the things that I think that they're really good at is their panels. They have some really good panels. I've been on a couple of panels myself, and it's a place that you actually can learn. As a matter of fact, I went to a couple of panels even that I wasn't on, and I learned a lot of stuff that I could take home with me. Enough about DJX. I do want to talk about some of the other ones. Nam's fantastic. Nam is like it's like Disneyland. You know, the who's who, the greats of the greats are all there. You know, you might turn around and see Stevie Wonder walking down the road, turn around again. Jazzy Jeff's there, you turn around again. You know, anybody and everybody that's there. Rock stars, hip hop. I mean, I met Andre 3000 last year. He was just walking around by himself. Nam is Disneyland. Then you move over and you got people like Midwest DJs, which I haven't gone to, but I've heard really good things about it. There's also the DJ Collective, which is also, that's Jason Janai's, Joe Bunn's convention. I haven't been there yet. I'm trying to make that happen relatively soon. So hopefully we can maybe do it next year. But I've heard really, really good things about that. And the Chicago one, I don't really have any information on. Although I do know it happens every late June. One of them that I went to last year, it was their first official year, and that's Harvest of Sound. And this is grassroots. This is just some people that decided a year prior, let's do a speaker shootout. And they did a speaker shootout and like an abandoned warehouse type thing. Did that, realized that there was something there and they could probably capitalize on it. Then they had their first official Harvest of Sound last December. It had a decent turnout for being the first year. I was the keynote speaker. What I will say is this. I love people with passion that are trying to do something new and are trying to do something creative and to give a different slice of what people kind of feel like is just every convention out there. They're doing things that are very different than other companies. Yes, I think they're catering to a little more to like the mobile guys, which is great because that's pretty much the bread and butter of DJs. Yes, there's club DJs and touring DJs and all that stuff, but the people that are in the trenches, those are the mobile guys. So there's definitely a big contingent of mobile guys there. I will be there again in December. Make sure that you check back with me on my Tech Thursdays because I will start to get some coupons and early bird pricing. We can get all that stuff done because I want to see everybody there. I want to see as many people as possible. It's in Boston. So if you're in around the Boston area, let me know. I will actually be doing a panel, doing my own panel, and I will also be DJing at least the final night, and I'll try to get some outside spots too while I'm there. Maybe try to get in a little earlier or leave a little late. Haven't figured that out yet, but I try to DJ every place I go to if it's possible. Besides that, let me know in the comments below, what you think, what your favorite conferences are. If there's something that I haven't seen or know about, put it in the comments below. Let's talk about it. If I want to go to every conference there is, I want to be able to talk about every conference and see what it's like and, go from there. It's all about just networking and meeting people like you meaning the people that are watching this video. All right, guys, not really much to talk about it. It's just a recap video, but if you found it useful, hit that like button. If you found it really useful, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on Instagrams and the Twitters. Get on my Discord because that's where we're talking about all things Cleveland Terry. Guys, girls, always a pleasure. If I don't talk to you later, we'll talk soon. Peace.